Fellas, I finally made it back topside. I gotta say, this shit was fucking glorious. It was everything I expected it to be. I have a few gripes, and we gonna get into all that shit, but I do want to talk about some shit that's going on in the community. I'm noticing there's a lot of hate. Well, bro, something ain't right, bro. Something ain't right. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if we got infiltrated. I'm noticing it. There's a lot of arguments that maybe Arc Raiders might not be what it was all hyped up to be, and that can't be further from the truth. We're gonna get into this shit. And I gotta say, bro, shout out to Embark. This shit was a glorious fucking tech test. It was beautiful. The amount of things we did, the amount of things we saw, the little Easter eggs that they had hidden around the map that I believe most players probably didn't encounter or didn't know what they was encountering. You can't judge this game off the beta. There's no way. The amount of content that we got to play during Tech Test 2 compared to what y'all got to play in this server slam, whatever the fuck it's called, is not even comparable. We got to jump from 3 different maps. Go from fighting in desert, buried city to a fucking abandoned spaceport to Dam. You know what I'm saying? We had upgrades and all this shit. We was able to you couldn't even upgrade Scrappy in the server slam. You ain't see shit yet. And that was the whole point of this server slam. It wasn't for you to experience the full game. The whole point of this server slam was for you to get onto the map and fuck shit up. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. So I don't understand. The crazy thing is, you guys probably knew this. Most of you guys that was keeping up with Arc Raiders, y'all was keeping up with the discourse. Y'all knew what was going on. Y'all know that we was only gonna be on Dam. You know how the rest of the maps look, how crazy they look. And I feel like that was the main problem. Tech Test 2 was far superior, of course. And when you're seeing all that shit online and you're seeing all of us going crazy and hyping shit up, you're gonna be like, damn, what the fuck? How do we not get to experience this shit? And I gotta say, bro, you don't want that most of that shit spoiled for you. Because even when I went into Tech Test, the Service Slam, it did not feel as good as Tech Test 2. And to just have all that information and know, you know what I'm saying, that would just polluted your brain. Not even just polluted your brain, but more well, that's the thing. For me, since I knew what was coming, I didn't really care. I came here to do what I usually do. Just fuck shit up. Get some kills. Probably get smoked in the process. You know what I'm saying? I did not expect to be a full game here. I did not expect to be multiple content here. I kind of was surprised we couldn't upgrade, like, the workbench and shit. Like, they could have gave us that. At least to, like, level 2, I think it is. But besides that, I knew we was just here to get onto the server and just have some fun. And that's what we did. That's what I did. That's what my little brother did, even though he stressed me out through this server. Through this server slam. Yeah, he stressed me the fuck out. I met some people on there. It was super. I feel like I said in my first video, there's 2 type of players: the players that played already and the players that didn't play. And if you already played coming into this tech test 2, you knew what to expect. You knew what you was in for and what you was gonna get. If you didn't play, you was probably over hyping yourself. You was probably, and I don't know how, because they said we was only playing on the Dam, and unless you wasn't keeping up with that, you didn't hear that piece of information. But yeah, you probably would have hyped yourself up, ballooned the situation into when you got onto the game and you were only able to play on Dam, which in my opinion is the shittiest map out of the 3.
You don't tell me what's wrong. Oh, please.
You don't care what's wrong. What you care about is how happy I am and how great the ice cream is. Well, I'm not happy. I hate it here.
I'm bringing up the map choice since you heard what I said. Dam is the shittiest map. It's true. I even wrote this in the Discord, like literally like an hour, like probably 30 minutes after they shut down the servers. I wrote this in Discord where I feel like the map choice is what really fucked them up. The test was perfect, but putting us on Dam is kind of was like a bad choice. And the reason why I say this is because the way Dam is situated is basically kind of feels like 3 different locations in one, which makes sense. Dam, you could be in 3 different locations and it feels like 3 different maps. No bullshit. You can be at the top of where the Dam is, and that feels like a whole industrial complex type location, and then you could be by the fucking Red Sea, I call it. And what I mean by you could be in 3 different maps is that Dam is situated in a way where each location feels so distinct that sometimes I feel like they don't merge too well, if that makes sense. Where as you can be down by the Red Lake, it feels so open and barren out there. Then you can be up by the dam where it feels more congested and closed in by all the concrete buildings. And then you can be all the way down on the other side by the swamps and domes. That feels like a whole different setup to the other two. It feels like when you're jumping from each location to each location, like when you're trying to loot, it doesn't feel as exciting or as impactful. Does that make sense? And then you feel like you're in a whole different terrain that isn't probably as enjoyable as the last terrain you was in. Like I guarantee you, most people probably like to stay away from the Red Lake because there's really nothing on that side. If they was gonna give us Dam as the main map, even though my decision, in my mind, they should have given us Spaceport. Spaceport would have went crazy. Y'all motherfuckers would have loved it. But and y'all will love it when it come out. But what I'm saying is, if they would have gave us Dam, right, and then say every 5 hours, Berry City unlocks for like what, an hour, 30 minutes. And you can play that map, you know, just having a glimmer of that map. You don't want them to leave. Then it would have been like kind of more things to do. That's why Tech Test worked. The Tech Test 2 worked so well. I feel like you have so many ways to play, so many different things to do at once. If you was tired of Spaceport, you could jump to Berry City, and if you was tired of Berry City, you could jump to the Dam, and vice versa. And with that, it brought more versatility, more different types of ways to look at the map, different ways to play the game, because each map is built different. Each map takes a certain way to play it, and if you just put all players on one map, it has to be a good one. Because when I played Tech Test 2, I stayed away from Dam. I never played it until the final day, really. I played it a couple on the first day, and I realized my favorite maps, which was Berry City at night and Spaceport. I usually do Spaceport, hop into Berry City, and then once it was night raid, that's all I was doing in Berry City. That was like, those two maps I was juggling. Two, I'm hearing motherfuckers saying the arcs are too hard. What the fuck are y'all talking about, bro? If anything, these motherfuckers was too easy last time around, and now they're at their right level of strength. You know what I'm saying? These dudes are relentless. They will swarm you. They will call in their mans. They will survey the area like they should be doing. Do you not understand? The arcs are lore accurate. The arcs are literally lore accurate. There is no life that can be on the surface. No one can live on the surface. To the point, in game, I'm always finding little beds, because I like to try to find little lore around the map and shit. And I'm always finding these beds, these makeshift beds, in the middle of the most random places. You can tell they couldn't even stay there for long. Humans cannot live on the surface, dog. This is the lore. So if the arcs was just roaming and letting you do what you want, that would not be lore accurate. And another thing is, you can avoid arcs, bro. If you know what you're doing. This I know and this is not to get on them, but this I know some people don't know what they're doing. When I'm running, I'll give you an example. When I'm running through with other players, I would notice I'm getting swarmed by hornets, swarmed by wasps, rocketeer on my ass, just because my random didn't know what he was doing when he was creeping, and it lured them. Since he's running to us, it lures them to us. Not to say I don't ever get caught by arcs, but I know how to deal with them. But I noticed something when I'm running solos. I never, damn near ever, really have a problem with arcs unless I'm getting into a battle. And then, we're getting swarmed. But like when I'm traversing the lands, I never get caught or swarmed by arcs. You know why? One is because I'm dolly. It's less people to get seen. But two, I'm moving the correct way. If you see a snitch coming overhead, some people just try to outrun the snitch. No, don't outrun the snitch sometimes. Get into a bush. You can literally get into a bush, and like a movie, like those movies, it will pass over by. If you see a hornet taking one path to the left, you take the right. And now three, I'm hearing motherfuckers saying the game is still fucking sweaty, even though they made the arcs harder. What the fuck do you guys want? And what the fuck do you guys think? I am going to hunt you. I am going to hunt you to the fucking ends of the earth. And I'm gonna go through all these fucking arcs to get to you. That's what I'm here to do. That's what I'm saying. There's some players that's there to loot, some players there to do quests. And there's gonna have to be players that's here to hunt you during those quests. And you can't be mad at us because we like to PvP. And now I'm hearing somebody saying in this Reddit saying they should split the server, or was it in Discord? They should split the server, split the servers into PvE servers and then PvP servers. What the fuck? Don't play the game. That's all it is. Don't play the fucking game. Because obviously this game isn't for you. This is not what we're doing, bro. We're not splitting up servers. We're not making you guys go into a land by yourselves where y'all can loot up peacefully and only fight arcs. No, you're gonna have to worry about us, bro. Even me, when I'm out hunting, I have to worry about you guys. This is how we do it. We don't want to be, oh, bro. Now I'm starting to get the sentiment that now, if you shoot on sight, you're the bad guy. What the fuck are you guys playing, bro?
Hey, don't shoot!
Harvard, don't shoot, don't you understand? What the hell?
What kind of... This is some pussy shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I never heard this type of conversation before. It's like playing Ark Survival Evolved on a PvP server, and granted they have PvE servers, but it's like playing on a PvP server, and even though the dude you was just talking to was chill, raids you, and you're throwing a fucking pussy fit, bro. A bitch fit. No, bro, that's not how this works. That's not how this works. He's allowed to raid you, and you're allowed to feel a way about it. But it's either two things you can do, or probably three. Shut the fuck up and go about your business, find a new spot. Go back and go get your fucking get back, or leave the server. Meaning, just leave the fucking game, Ark Raiders, because, you know, we're not having servers. But it's crazy that we have to even have this conversation, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy that we have to have this conversation that people are saying the game is too sweaty. You got people that just loves the PvP. What do you think? I just love to fight. I will go in there with a fucking pinhead, I think it's called. You know that little pistol, the little pistol you have to reload every second you shoot, and it barely does like 10 damage. I will go in there with that bitch and hunt you down, bro. There's nothing you can do that will stop some of us from PvPing, bro. So y'all need to get that shit out y'all head. I don't understand how this game is called Ark Raiders, where you know what raiders do. You know what raiders do to people they catch, and we're still acting brand new to this, bro. Other than that, I enjoyed my time on the tech test. I got my ass whooped a couple times, a lot of times, bro. I was teaching my little brother the ropes, and there was just times I did a lot of bullshit I knew I should have done, but I also caught some glorious fucking clips, glorious fucking plays. I had a good time, and I just know this game is gonna be golden. This game is gonna be golden. I did have a lag issue one time. I never seen this in Ark Raiders before, but like my character was running in place. And I have good internet. He was running in place and getting stuck, and it had to be the game. The Rocketeers lock on too damn fast and from too damn long range sometimes. Like, they will stay on you. You'll be up the mountain, and they will still be shooting rockets from down the mountain 200 meters away. How? What are you doing? Just come get me then if you're going to do all that shit. Snipers. Everybody loved their fucking snipers, which makes sense. I was shooting shit with my snipers, and I don't really have that much. I don't have nothing to complain about. I expected everything. Everything that I went in, when I went to this game, and anything I experienced, I already expected it. I expected me to get into a whole bunch of shootouts. I expected me to get into a whole bunch of interactions and steal motherfuckers' loot, and they steal my loot, and we go get backs. I expected to be getting blown the fuck up by arcs. And I was actually happy they made arcs deadlier. That's another thing I need them to understand. Keep the arcs as deadly as you can. If you don't, it won't make any sense. We need the arcs deadly as fuck. I need to be getting one tapped by Rocketeers. Not saying that I want to, but we have to. Raiders are not allowed on the surface. We are not allowed to just be walking around traversing these lands. Hey, Raider, you want to team up? It's like, what is going on with you guys, bro? And I think, you know what I think it is? I don't think a lot of this hate is real. I think what it really is that it's a lot of trolls we're getting now. I don't know. I think Arc Raiders is. I don't want to say it, but they getting haters, bro. They hate us because they ain't us.
Hate us because they ain't us.
Exactly. They hate us because they ain't us. That's a great saying, okay?
You know how I kind of know? Because the way some of these guys was blowing up that situation with the regional prices, and I'm not saying the regional prices wasn't wrong, but sometimes you can tell some of this shit, some of these posts are disingenuous, and I need people to start realizing a troll for a troll and stop engaging with it. When you engage with a troll, you make their words correct, you push their beliefs onto that game and make other people start believing it as well. If you just ignore them and let them speak their shit, we need to start ignoring the hate. We can tell what's going on. If you don't fuck with it, fuck it. Let us enjoy what we got. You know what I'm saying? Arc Raiders is gonna be a hell of a good game, and you just missed out. It's as simple as that. If you don't like this game, that's cool. But I will be telling you, you're missing out on one hell of a game, and I won't try to force you to come play it. I won't try to convince you, because I don't really give a fuck. I'm gonna enjoy what I'm gonna enjoy, and I can tell fake hate from real hate. Meaning, I can tell when someone's hating for real, because some hate can be legit. Like, okay, yeah, that shit deserves hate, and then you can see, okay, this motherfucker is just trying to get a few likes, and I think that's what's going on right now. Tech Test 2 was superior, but the Service Slam served its purpose. I'm not even mad.